Provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Rain X. In Aurora, 2 18-year-old men are facing felony charges after a pair of early morning burglaries November 7th on South Eola Road. Police say officers responded to an activated alarm around 2:13 a.m. and discovered forced entry and a vehicle leaving the scene. A traffic stop linked the suspects, Andrew Gadalo and Brevin Coring, to the burglaries. Gadalo also faces a charge for criminal damage to property. Authorities did not release the names of the targeted businesses or the items taken. If your holiday lights are more dud than dazzling, Wheaton is offering a solution. Through January 30th, the city's Holiday Lights recycling program will accept broken or non-working LED and incandescent strands at the Public Works storage facility on West Liberty Drive. Lights must be loose, not bagged or boxed, and will be stripped and recycled locally by Elgin Recycling. Schools, businesses, and organizations can also participate with no limit on the number of strands accepted. The FDA is easing warnings on hormone-based drugs used to treat menopause symptoms. The agency says it will remove the bold box warning about stroke, heart attack, and dementia from more than 20 hormone therapies containing estrogen and progestin. Officials say new research shows fewer risks when treatment begins before age 60 or within 10 years of menopause. An Elgin man has pleaded guilty to armed violence in connection with a 2021 double homicide. 35-year-old Joaquin Lopez Villagomez agreed to a 30-year prison sentence under a plea deal reached November 6. He had originally faced charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, home invasion, and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. Prosecutors say Lopez Villagomez and two masked men entered an apartment on North Jackson Street demanding money. When they couldn't break down a bedroom door, one fired through it, striking Francisco Reyes Hernandez and Ricardo Sanchez. A surviving victim later identified Lopez Villagomez, who had lived in the building. The other two suspects remain at large. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. If your holiday lights are more dud than dazzling, Wheaton is offering a solution. Through January 30th, the city's Holiday Lights recycling program will accept broken or non-working LED and incandescent strands at the Public Works storage facility on West Liberty Drive. Lights must be loose, not bagged or boxed, and will be stripped and recycled locally by Elgin Recycling. Schools, businesses, and organizations can also participate with no limit on the number of strands accepted. The FDA is easing warnings on hormone-based drugs used to treat menopause symptoms. The agency says it will remove the bold box warning about stroke, heart attack, and dementia from more than 20 hormone therapies containing estrogen and progestin. Officials say new research shows fewer risks when treatment begins before age 60 or within 10 years of menopause. An Elgin man has pleaded guilty to armed violence in connection with a 2021 double homicide. 35-year-old Joaquin Lopez Villagomez agreed to a 30-year prison sentence under a plea deal reached November 6. He had originally faced charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, home invasion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 55, with temperatures falling to around 48 in the afternoon. This afternoon, mostly sunny with temperatures falling to around 48. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 37. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 62, and temperatures falling to around 56 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 44 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Welcome to Out to Lunch here on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. We are serving you, the listeners, the Fox River Valley area, and all the cool, wacky, awesome stuff that happens in the area, especially with the holidays coming up too. We'll definitely be talking a little bit about that. This is your host, Matt McNeil, taking you into the 11 o'clock hour here on Out to Lunch. It's a beautiful sunny day outside, so if you haven't gotten outside yet, definitely do so. Remember, we are on that AM 1410 dial. You can listen to us on our app. You can find us on our website, WRMN1410.com. You can find us on our YouTube channel and watch us as well, youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Like I always do say, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that you can always keep yourself in tune, up to date, and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, or what's happening here also on WRMN, or as I like to call it, the Fox Valley 411. What is going on? Well, folks, as you know, of course, it's coming up to the holiday seasons, and many of you are very excited. Maybe some of you are a little bit more on the Scrooge side of things, you know, the bah humbug, right? I just want my coins kind of thing. But with that being said, of course, there are lots of really great performances that are out there that you don't want to miss out on. And of course, a wide range of different performance arts facilities and organizations that give so much to the community and offer so many great performances with great actors and singers and dancers. And of course, we here on WRMN during the community hour, during our many shows, and of course, during Out to Lunch, like to talk about and recognize these different art centers. And we have today, Rouse Center for the Arts is having a Christmas Carol. It's a Cripple Creek Christmas Carol coming up in November, late November into early December. And today we've got some very special guests who are definitely putting this thing on, and in an awesome way too. We've got Rob, Chris, and Nick with us today. How are all three of you doing?
Good morning.
Wow. Yeah. Yes. A good day to everyone out there too. Yes. It is coming up to the holiday season. So if you guys want to go down the row, introduce yourselves for folks who don't know who you are.
Sure. My name is Rob Charlo. I am the Director of Education for Rouse Center School for the Arts. the group that is putting on A Cripple Creek Christmas Carol. And I'm also in the show.
Nice.
So.
All right.
My name is Nick Eversman. I am a box office associate. Essentially, I'm the guy who helps you buy your tickets at the box office and kind of do a myriad of other things at the ROW, as well as teaching. But in this, I'm also playing Thomas Crockett, which is the Bob Cratchit type character. So.
And I'm Chris Armbruster. I am a freelance director and also one of the writers of A Cripple Creek Christmas Carol.
All right, so let's hop right into it. We've got the story and its setting. So this isn't your traditional London-based Christmas Carol. It's set in Cripple Creek, Colorado. So what inspired that shift? How does the mining town setting change a little bit of the feeling of the Dickens classic story?
Yeah, absolutely. We wrote, Chris Sorensen and I wrote this script back in 2002 originally. We both had worked out in Cripple Creek, a lovely little town that's on the western slopes of Pikes Peak, and it's got such a rich history. And with it's one of the largest gold strikes in America. They discovered gold there in the 1890s, and within a couple of years, it went from a little cattle ranch to a town of over 50,000 people. Now they've got around 2,000 people out there, and it's a little gambling town. So that history really spoke to us, and what we decided to do was incorporate those some of those historical characters. Bob Womack, who discovered gold there, Winfield Scott Stratton, who was one of the generous mine owners out there, as well as Molly Kathleen, who was one of the first women to actually stake a claim, gold claim. All of these characters, we've decided to incorporate them as part of the ghosts who help our Scrooge-like character, which is played by Rob, who is Zachariah Gooch. He's a mine owner who wants to keep all of his little coins and nuggets to himself, but he has to learn to share a little bit. So we take the original Dickens story and then incorporate this history into it.
So you get, of course, yeah, like you said, the original Dickens story is there, but then of course you add different it's supposed to represent the Dickens characters, but you've got the different names, the different setting, but that story is all still there too. So
absolutely.
How do you kind of keep to the original while also like changing things up a little bit? Like what are some major things in this? Are there any major plots in the story that might be added or subtracted from the original?
Sure, yeah. It's got its own little storyline, but basically what we did was, because our show, they discovered gold out there in Cripple Creek in the 1890s. The original Dickens classic was written in the 1840s. So basically, the way we've done it is that the book itself appears in the show and is referenced in the show. And then the ghosts that are the ones in charge of making sure that Gooch sees the error of his ways, use that story and say, hey, let's go along with this story and everything. So there's one point actually when Rob, when you actually say, oh, I get it, this is all based on it, and we connect to it that way.
That's cool.
And Gooch actually even carries the book with him for once he gets it. He carries the book, and there's some passages from the actual
and he
book.
actually reads some stuff directly from it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Nick, I've got a question for you. So, what did you have to do to prepare for your character? Did you have to read the book? Did you have to watch some of the movies, the different adaptations? Because there's a lot of already movies and adaptations of it that are kind of different. So, what did you do to help prepare yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm a big fan of. To be honest, the Muppet version of it. The Muppet.
I love that one too. Yeah.
So, I was watching that a few times, and there's a little preparation in the sense of needing to understand the differences and everything, but because this is such an older story that I've heard for a lot of my life, I've actually been looking forward to playing a role like this for a very long time. Oh, nice. I'm also a proud father. So playing a role like this where you have a child that you're looking after and stuff like that, I kind of channeled a little bit of how I feel about my own kids and everything like that. Yeah. So I don't know. There was definitely an excitement, and I kind of have to temper that down a little bit, you know, sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of was right in my wheelhouse. So yeah.
I just gave him lessons. We just did.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
He's like, Rob, help me prepare.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah.
You watched the Muppets? What?
I did. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've watched various different ones, but the Muppets was always my favorite one. Just I guess the incorporation of song with it, with the actual story, you know, that kind of fits very much the same way as this one does, of course. So, no, I watched the Muppet one.
The Muppet one is a great one. Another one that's another version that I've always enjoyed is Scrooge with Bill Murray.
The Bill Murray one?
The Bill Murray Scrooge, yeah.
I just want to kind of piggyback, too, off of what Nick was saying about having a child. I mean, and that character in the show. His daughter is actually in the show,
she
too.
Is.
So,
really?
yeah.
She is.
So cool.
This is actually her first show that she's doing.
That's
so
awesome.
Shout out to Lorelai. Yeah. So no, I'm very proud of that. But I'm more just excited that she's having a good time and having fun because there's a lot of kids that are involved in it. You know, we have 26, 27, something like that, and it's been a very young, exuberant cast.
Yeah.
So no,
that's awesome.
It's great.
Thank you.
So cool.
Yeah, you're welcome, Rob. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I'm already seeing that you guys are all comedians, right? You have fun. How do you put that into the show? Because it's there are certain adaptations where I've seen it before, and it's like it's very like disturbing and depressing almost. So how do you put that comedy into it?
I think it does. It actually has comedy in it.
Yeah.
It's because of what you're saying. So many of these versions, and obviously when the two Chris's, who the other Chris is not here, when they wrote it, I mean, that's where the balance is so nice in the show, is you have the serious moments, you have the moments where the audience is going to go, wow, we really despise those characters or that character. But then there's the laughs too. There's some great funny moments. One of the songs that I sing is as serious as it is. It's a very funny song.
Yeah.
It's called "Christmas is for Suckers." So,
yeah, and it's great when Rob as Gooch, which is our version of Scrooge, sings it, and is basically talking about what he hates about Christmas and which pretty much is everything most people, the rest of us, enjoy about Christmas, which is what he hates about Christmas. So, and establishes his character there.
Well, and there are some dramatic moments where then you and Chris, like intersperse just little interjections, little lines that are humorous. So it breaks up but
it also makes you, it's a matter of finding those and some of those moments that you can play both the seriousness, you get the serious topic, but it's played out in a comedic way so that, directing it's great so that especially when Nick or Rob will do something, and it's say that comes off very comedically, and I'm like, let's incorporate that. And then it's one of those moments where you're like laughing and you're like, wait, I'm laughing because this is a funny moment, but it's poignant as well.
There's some good physical comedy in there too.
Yes.
That was one thing that I realized as far as preparing for this role. I had to like exercise and get ready to do some like stunts and running around and everything. I was out of breath, I think, at last rehearsal for about 5 minutes. So
he gets attacked. He gets attacked by.
I actually had to ask him if he was all right. I was like, "Are you okay?"
That was good. That's good. Well, and the kids keep ragging on me too. The 2 young girls who are playing the Tiny Tim character. There's a few times where I carry them, on the stage, and both of them have said that I need to go back to the gym. So
children are very open and honest. They really are.
Yeah. Oh my God. So there's funny going on stage and behind the scenes too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. Tell us a little bit about the costumes. What are some of the costumes like? And even we can even go into a little bit on the sets as well too. So how do you make the costumes and the sets stand out without taking away too much from the character development and the story?
Yeah, those they go hand in hand, and actually the costumes, Kristen, who's doing our costumes, has worked very hard to have the costumes support the characters, and not only the characters, but our version of Christmas Carol. You have some characters, such as Rob's costume is a little bit more of your traditional look for that Zachariah Gooch, or for the Scrooge, which is Zachariah Gooch for us. And the same with the Thomasina, who's the Tiny Tim role. They sort of have that traditional look. But she's also worked hard in trying to incorporate that feel of mining town and an old West mining town. So a lot of the other characters have, like some of our ghosts, have more of a Western society look, as opposed to that classic Victorian England look, costume-wise. And the same that Lisa, who designed the sets, has done with. We've actually tried to incorporate actual locations. The actual locations, Bennett Avenue, which is the main street of Cripple Creek, there is one of our locations during the set. We do visit Mount Pisgah Cemetery, which is a cemetery out there. And what she's done is we've got a cemetery projection on a screen, and then for that particular scene, we fly in a cutout of the actual archway that leads into that particular location out in Cripple Creek. So she's tried to recreate as much of that realistic feel within it. So she's done a lot of research in doing that.
Well, and that's the thing, both Lisa and Kristen, because there's so much history in the show, like even with Kristen with the costumes, because we have Stratton and Womack and Molly Kathleen, and we actually, you didn't mention her, but Doc Susie is in the show, who is very loosely, that's where Dr. Quinn Medicine
Woman,
based on
Seymour.
Was Dr. Susan, I don't know her, Dr.
Susan Anderson. Dr. Susan Anderson was she was fairly well known as one of the early female women doctors of the area, because again, that was primarily a male-dominated career, even back then. So
yeah, and Kristen did a great job because she pulled the images of the real people. So
that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. Right. And we've got those, and she's used those as her references and stuff. So, and you can see some of that. Rob put together beautiful history boards to display in the lobby of the Rao Center. So that, you get there early and you can sort of check out some of those and say, oh, that's the real person.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we have 5 boards that go through the history, so the real people that are in the show, the locations we talk about in the show, the timeline of Cripple Creek.
That's really cool to incorporate that. That's an element that stands out to me, is that it's a real place. And so that really adds, what would be really cool is if you had someone from Cripple Creek come to the show and see it. That would be really cool.
We actually do.
Really?
We have some.
Really?
We have.
Awesome.
I've talked to a few people in the box office, and we have a few people that are from Colorado that know of Cripple Creek, and we have some people that have actually seen the show in Cripple Creek.
We've done the show several times in Cripple Creek.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the original production was done in there. In fact, this is the first time we're branching out and taking it out of the state and out of Cripple Creek, and we're really excited to be able to do that here at the Rao with Rob and his program here. And it's been really fun and exciting to also incorporate this script with the program that Rob has. We've actually added some scenes, and we've added several characters so that we've got more stuff for the kids to do in the script. And we actually told all the kids, because when we originally wrote it, there's a schoolhouse scene with a lot of the kids in it. Told them we had written it, but it just said kid roles, and they all came up with their own names for their characters, which we will now incorporate into this version of the script. If we do it elsewhere, the names that these kids came up with will be incorporated in the actual hard copy of the script.
That's so cool. It's so cool to have kids in this performance too, because they can look up to those who are older and who have more experience too, and so they can learn a lot. I'm sure the kids have learned a lot from all of you.
Yeah, it's that's one of the things when I started working in this program is I wanted to do shows that merged kids and adults, because it's exactly what you're saying. I think it's important for them because our CSA is trying to be a pre-professional program for these kids, for them to be able to work alongside professionals and to see how it actually works.
Well, it's great because what they learn in the classes that our CSA provides, they learn about it, and some of them as recently as the 6 weeks leading up to rehearsal. And then they're able to turn right around and come in, and they're actually able to see Nick and Rob doing some of the techniques and approaches that they've just learned about. and they're like, oh, so this is very applicable, and they can actually, put it to use right away.
Especially it prepares them if they want to continue to do acting and maybe even pursue it as a career too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's great.
Well, and like Nick was saying too, even with his daughter, she just finished taking some classes with us, and now this is her first official stage show.
That's exciting.
So that's exactly what, like Chris said, taking those aspects of the class, bringing it to the stage, and so we kind of, I would say we kind of mentor them as well while we're in rehearsal. The adults, we kind of take groups of them under our wings as much as we can.
Yeah. How long are generally the rehearsals? I mean, is it does it vary per day or?
It varies per show.
Per show. Okay.
So, for example, we are under a very short process. It's about 4 weeks.
Okay.
So we're rehearsing Monday through Friday because it's a short process. Whereas some of our other shows, like the last adult kid show we did, a merge show, which was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, my first year, that was a much longer process. That was like 6 or 7 weeks.
Okay.
But that's because we were only rehearsing like 3 days a week. So
awesome.
As you can imagine, the amount that people are involved, students in school, trying to coordinate schedules is so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is a really cool performance, folks. Check out more information. It's coming up soon. How can people find more information to get those tickets?
You could always call me at the Row
and have a chat with Nick.
Right. Let's see. We've got our website as well that you can get them through, rowcenter.org.
Do you know the box office number by heart?
Box office number 815-356-9212.
There you go. Absolutely.
November 21st through December 7th.
Awesome.
And just something we want to clarify so everybody knows is we do not have performances Thanksgiving week.
Okay.
So we're going to do our first weekend. We have a week off. And then we come back and do it again.
Awesome.
So
very cool. It says adult tickets are $34, student tickets at $19. It says members save 30% as well, too. Very good. What do you hope people can take away from this story, just kind of overall?
I think just the idea of, you're not only going to walk away with a history lesson, because it is discussed in the show to give audience and the community that backstory and what it's all about. But I think hope and redemption, that's something we talk a lot about in the show. Everybody changes.
Yeah.
And I love that about this show. There's a change in everyone. So, that's for me. I don't know.
For me, it's just, this time of year for me is always about giving back and working together as kind of one people and celebrating and being good to each other and all of that. So for me, it's just that that's what this is about, and this is the time of year when we do that. So.
Yeah, I think for me it's a matter of do the right thing.
Yeah.
Don't think about what's in it for you. You just do the right thing. Do what's right. And let that be sort of your guide, and it helps. I think if you're following that, you're following a pretty decent path. And as far as Rob points out the history, gives you a little insight into Cripple Creek, Colorado, which is a beautiful little town, and take that and then go out and learn some more about it and maybe investigate it.
Yeah, it's a beloved story that a lot of people like. Tell us. Because we still have a couple minutes left. What are each of your favorite characters from the entire franchise? What are some of your favorites?
Like from this show or just from Christmas Carol in general?
And Christmas Carol in general. What are some of your
in Christmas Carol in general, for me, it's the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Present?
Kind of that demon character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's for me, that's what I've always enjoyed. So.
Awesome.
I have to say I've always loved the Bob Cratchit role. Just the good at heart, doing the best you can, dealing with whatever the world throws at you and just trying to, get up every day and do the right thing. I just think that there's something to that I've always enjoyed with that. Yeah. Just the character of his character, and how he deals with the world and everything else. So.
I think that makes me sound great. You got the nice character. And here I am. I'm like,
you could have said Scrooge. I don't know.
Demon character, dark character.
I do like the Christmas future, just the ominous being as well.
The ominous aspect of that character.
I do like that as well. But, yeah.
I think for me it would be a toss-up between Bob Womack, who plays the Ghost of Christmas Past and Present in our version, and Thomasina, the innocent young child, which would be the Tiny Tim character. They're so merged in my brain I can't remember where one story starts and the other one ends.
Well, thank you all for coming onto the air today.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure. And folks, check out more information on the show. This is the Cripple Creek Christmas Carol. It's coming up. You can find more information on their website. That it's events.rowcenter.org. Check it out for more information. And we will be back with more here on Out to Lunch in just a little bit.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. If your holiday lights are more dud than dazzling, Wheaton is offering a solution. Through January 30th, the city's Holiday Lights recycling program will accept broken or non-working LED and incandescent strands at the Public Works storage facility on West Liberty Drive. Lights must be loose, not bagged or boxed, and will be stripped and recycled locally by Elgin Recycling. Schools, businesses, and organizations can also participate with no limit on the number of strands accepted. The FDA is easing warnings on hormone-based drugs used to treat menopause symptoms. The agency says it will remove the bold box warning about stroke, heart attack, and dementia from more than 20 hormone therapies containing estrogen and progestin. Officials say new research shows fewer risks when treatment begins before age 60 or within 10 years of menopause. An Elgin man has pleaded guilty to armed violence in connection with a 2021 double homicide. 35-year-old Joaquin Lopez Villagomez agreed to a 30-year prison sentence under a plea deal reached November 6. He had originally faced charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, home invasion, and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. Prosecutors say Lopez Villagomez and two masked men entered an apartment on North Jackson Street demanding money. When they couldn't break down a bedroom door, one fired through it, striking Francisco Reyes Hernandez and Ricardo Sanchez. A surviving victim later identified Lopez Villagomez, who had lived in the building. The other two suspects remain at large. In Aurora, two 18-year-old men are facing felony charges after a pair of early morning burglaries November 7th on South Eola Road. Police say officers responded to an activated alarm around 2:13 a.m. and discovered forced entry and a vehicle leaving the scene. A traffic stop linked the suspects, Andrew Gadalo and Brevin Coring, to the burglaries. Gadalo also faces a charge for criminal damage to property. Authorities did not release the names of the targeted businesses or the items taken. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
At Bank of America, we're proud that more than 20,000 veterans and people with military backgrounds have joined our ranks since 2015. Now we're committed to adding 10,000 more over the next 5 years. By helping veterans achieve their career goals, we're moving from appreciation to action, and together, helping expand economic opportunity across America. Visit bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 55, temperatures falling to around 48 in the afternoon. This afternoon, mostly sunny with temperatures falling to around 48. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 37. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 62, temperatures falling to around 56 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 47 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades. And then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. We are serving you, the Fox River Valley area, as always. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Thank you to our guests from the Rouse Center for the Arts. We appreciate it. We had Rob Charlo, who is the Rouse Center for the Arts Director of Education and plays Gooch in Cripple Creek Christmas Carol. Chris Armbruster, who's a show director and writer on the Nick Eversman, plays Crockett in Christmas Carol, and these also is at the Rouse Center box office as well, too. So they came into the station today to talk about the Rouse Center's adaptation. We talked a little bit about the story and its setting, bringing the show to life, that awesome Rouse Center experience that you don't want to miss out on, and behind the curtain, as well as some of their favorite characters and experiences and fun memories while doing this performance. Now, the performance hasn't happened yet. They're still, of course, in the rehearsals. But it is coming up on November 21st, and I've got it up on the screen here if you're watching on YouTube. It's November 21st, and that's going to be at 8 p.m. November 22nd, they have a matinee show at 2 and also at 7 o'clock. They also have November 23rd at 2 p.m. for their matinee show. Then they take a little bit of a break for Thanksgiving, and then they come back. They've got December 4th at 7, December 5th at 8, December 6th, 2 and 7, and the last show, December 7th at 2 p.m. Check out more information. You can get those tickets. All tickets, the adult tickets are $34, student tickets are $19, and members save 30%. All-in pricing includes $4 box office fee, and $8 order fee will be applied at checkout to the entire order. So you can celebrate the holiday season with a fresh take on Dickens' most beloved classic. A Cripple Creek Christmas Carol brings the timeless tale of redemption, generosity, and true spirit of Christmas to life in a way that you've never seen before. Set in the historic gold mining town of Cripple Creek, Colorado, this adaptation follows real-life town founder Bob Womack as he calls up upon Charles Dickens himself to help save a greedy mine owner named Gooch. Just like Scrooge, he's visited by ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future in a journey that transforms his heart and reminds us all about the power of love and community. Check out more information at rousecenter.org. That's rousecenter.org. Yeah, Christmas Carol is a beloved story. A lot of people know about it, of course. There's a lot of different adaptations of A Christmas Carol. Let's see I'm trying to see the ones that I've seen. I mean, there's a lot. I have not seen all of them. I've seen the Christmas Carol 1984 version, which was the first one that I actually saw. 1984. I saw it. I was a kid. I was scared. That's with George C. Scott. Anthony Walters is in that. David Warner. So the 1984 version is the one that I saw when I was a very little kid, and that one definitely creeped me out. I would definitely watch it now as an adult, but as a very little kid, it very creeped me out. But it's definitely a good one for sure. Cinematography is very beautiful in that too. Very ghostly, and I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. So that's a good one to watch. There's also Bill Murray Scrooge. I've never seen that one before, but there's a lot of different adaptations of it. I've seen the Christmas Carol 2009 version. That one scared me when I was a kid. The Muppets version, of course, I've seen before too. I know that there's a couple other ones. There's one from all the way back in 1935. There's a version of that one too. There's one from 1970. There's the one that was The Man Who Invented Christmas. I remember when that came out. That was in 2017. There's some cartoon versions as well, different adaptations of it. So you can check out all of those. Let's see what the earliest adaptation. The earliest adaptation I'm seeing here is from 1910. 1910. Oh my goodness. My great-grandparents were all, oh my God, well, they varied in age, but most of them were teenagers at the time. So that's interesting to see that. So nonetheless, still check out more information. That's rowcenter.org, rowcenter.org for more info. Get those tickets. Let's see what we have here. I did go through the weather a little bit earlier here. We'll go through our inspirational story to continue on your morning. And this is thanking the local sandwich manager who went above and beyond. This is a story that was posted today by an anonymous user on sunnyskies.com. This person writes, quote, I'm a full-time caregiver to my mom who's handicapped for 3 strokes and has stage 4 cancer. So she oftentimes is in a wheelchair that I push, but when she has the strength, she uses her walker. She is left side paralyzed, so she moves and thinks slowly. We oftentimes get a sandwich and split it because it's cost effective, because she can't eat the whole sandwich by herself, and I'm not a huge fan of sandwiches. Lately, the manager noticed we've been visiting weekly and splitting one sandwich and drinking water. He's been giving us free soda cups when we arrive, and one time he gave us a free sandwich. His kindness stuck with me because he doesn't know my income or how I may or may not be struggling. Last week, as a thank you, I bought him a gift card to his favorite coffee shop, as well as a thank you card, and I plan to get him another gift card of $50 for Christmas as my way of saying thank you, even though I thank him all the time. So that's a nice little inspirational story to continue on your morning here on Out to Lunch. What are some interesting things when it comes to facts maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know? Mentalfloss.com has those amazing facts that are generated. Now, at the Gettysburg reunion, this was in 1913, 2 men purchased a hatchet, walked to the site where their regiments had fought, and buried it. So they buried the hatchet. That's an interesting story. Green eggs and ham was banned in China from 1965 to 1991. Why, you might ask? Well, for its, quote, portrayal of early Marxism. Interesting. Some other things here, too. The odds of giving birth to a baby at 12:01 a.m. on January 1st are around 1 in 526,000, roughly the same as the odds of getting struck by lightning. So there you go. Some other interesting ones here. Your hair contains traces of gold. That's kind of interesting. There are approximately 200 feral cats roaming the grounds of Disneyland, where they help control the park's rodent population. They're all sprayed and neutered, and the park staff provides them with both extra food and medical care. And finally, one more here to check out a little bit about, is a favorite of mine, Nightmare Before Christmas. And the plot of The Nightmare Before Christmas was partly inspired by the collision of holiday store decorations. Okay, Tim Burton, I see what you're doing there. So this and more, of course, can be found on mentalfloss.com. There's always some interesting things out there to check out. and maybe even to question. And we do have a big question of the day today, which we'll read in just a little bit. We'll go through the word of the day today. The word of the day, oh my goodness, I'm trying to see how to pronounce this. Hang on a quick sec. Peremptory. Okay, there we go. I had to turn down the volume there for a sec so I could listen to it in my headphones. Peremptory is an adjective that's spelled P-E-R-E-M-P-T-O-R-Y. Peremptory is a formal word used especially in legal context to describe an order, command, etc. that requires immediate compliance with no opportunity to show why one should not comply. It's also used disapprovingly to describe someone with an arrogant attitude or something indicative of such an attitude. So here's how it's used in a sentence. The soldiers were given a peremptory order to abandon the mission. Or the company's president tends to adopt a peremptory manner, especially at the negotiable table. So that is the word of the day today, recognized on November 13th from the Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. Taking a look at the time, it's 11:45. We'll take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through our interesting, maybe curious, it's not really, it is a conversation story, but it's from mentalfloss.com. We'll talk a little bit about it here. And it's why are so many old statues missing their noses? Have you ever wondered about that? Have you, quote, sniffed around to try to figure it out? Well, we'll talk a little bit about that. Many old statues from past civilizations have been disfigured in a remarkably similar way. We'll talk about that here and more in just a bit. You are listening to Matt McNeil taking you out to lunch. We'll be back with more in just a bit. When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. 800-785-1673. That's 800-785-1673.
back, folks, to Out to Lunch. It is a continuous, is that even the right word to use? Well, continuation of the 11 o'clock hour. We're soon approaching that lunch segment. Right? It's getting time to get out to lunch. So let's talk a little bit here. What I want to do first is I'll mention a little bit here what was, recently posted. Within the past 24 hours, we have a lot of videos posted. We're still in the works of getting some more posted here as well, so stay tuned for that. But I'll tell you what we recently posted within the past 24 hours. We do have the interview, Elgin Theater Company on the morning show called in. That was with Linda Collins talking about love, loss, and what I wore. That interview has been posted on our YouTube channel. We have the interview posted. Ken Hunley on Out to Lunch. Yes. Inventor, designer, engineer, and brother to former baseball player Randy Hundley. He was on the air with us. He's an awesome guy. He has so much knowledge and energy and such a cool way of looking at life too. And I'm talking a little bit about what he has in his head that he calls Albert, and everyone has an Albert in their own head. It's so fascinating. It really inspired me. Really inspired me to try to find that. Really, really cool. And he's got so much information. He loves talking about DNA and what we have in our DNA. I love that stuff too. So, oh my goodness, I had a blast talking with him. We also did have Dr. Brittany Barber with Hamilton Wings. Just an awesome woman. Oh my goodness. If you haven't met her yet, I encourage you to do so. She is just awesome. And she's so cool. And she's so kind and generous. And she's very confident too, and I love that. And it's that was on the community hour, Dr. Brittany Barber with Hamilton Wings. So that's been posted on our YouTube channel. WRMN CTE's SpongeBob musical has now been posted too. I just got that posted as well, so you can find that. That was from last night. The WRMN 10 o'clock news has been posted, and also it's processing and editing right now, but Out to Lunch Rouse Center's Cripple Creek Christmas Carol interview that just happened is also being posted now too. So lots of great content that you can find here on WRMN. So let's get into this conversation. Why are so many old statues? You've seen them around, right, at museums, local parks. Why are so many of them, especially the very, very old ones? I would actually say maybe not at local parks, but in some museums more so to keep them preserved. Why are so many of them missing their noses? You know the saying, got your nose? Well, this sounds and quite looks like it too, literally. I don't know why, but we're going to figure this out. Maybe you already know this, but let's see what it is. Many statues that have survived for thousands of years, including Greek, Egyptian, and Roman works, have not always made it to the modern era completely intact. A fair number have actually missing their noses. Various museums and cultural institutions have such specimens in their collections, including a statue in the possession of the Acropolis Museum in Athens. But we all have these old statues. Where have all these old statues' noses gone? There's several reasons that could explain this disfigurement. Bad reputation is one of them. One of the reasons stems from a common belief in antiquity that to damage the image of a person was to also damage that person themselves. This became a practice in ancient Rome, where the defilement and destruction of statues was connected to the reputations of the people embodied in those artifacts. The removal of noses was also linked to a real-life penalty of facial mutilation. It also existed back in the day, continued throughout the time of the Byzantine Empire as well. Stopping the supernatural is another one. There's another reason for this, reason why these noses are gone on these statues. Kind of goes beyond the attitudes towards people in the physical world. The belief that the connection between the physical form of a statue and who it represented extended past human beings and into the realm of statues of the gods. Some past civilizations, including ancient Egypt, believed souls could inhabit these statues and that it was therefore possible to communicate with the gods via effigies of their forms. The disfigurement of the statue could thus sometimes be a superstitious act, one designed to halt or thwart the presence of a deity or a supernatural being. People specifically targeted the nose because of how crucial the appendage was to the process of living. Noses do, after all, of course, play that significant role and part in how people breathe. To remove the nose was therefore seen as a way to kill the spirit the statue was believed to represent, and maybe even inherit as well. Then, of course, there's got your plaster nose, right? You know that saying. There was a period during the 19th century where some museums attempted to repair the missing noses by adding replacements to the statues. There's a statue in Copenhagen called the Glyptotek, contains a cabinet of more than 100 of such plastered appendages that were once used to perform these artistic nose jobs. So there you go. That's another one there, too. The cosmetic repairs were partly done because the financial value of the statue during this period increased the more complete it was. As such, people had some additional motivation to add fake noses to any less than whole faces. And by the 20th century, however, cultural preferences had shifted back to displaying these sculptures in the condition in which they were left in antiquity. It kind of shows a little bit of that history and that mystery and wonder as to why this is, rather than trying to hide what had already been damaged. Today, it's more likely you see a statue missing its nose than one sporting a fake schnoz. There you go. That's kind of interesting there, too. And what's also kind of interesting as well, some of these statues, if you look at them, they actually still have the nostrils in them. So what's kind of interesting is when you think of the sculptor at the time, they might have sculpted the inside of the nose already and then covering it up. Isn't that kind of interesting? So with that being said, sculptures are quite fascinating. They still have a lot of mystery to them. You think of course, how they were able to sculpt in such beautiful ways. And how much time and effort it took, too. Because let me tell you, I'm sure it took a lot of time and effort. But they didn't have AI to really make it, or the 3D printers, right? And so they worked with what they had. And it was a craft. It's a craft that is a dying craft, for sure, sculpting. So I give a very, very, very big kudos to all the sculptors out there that still put so much time and energy into their craft. So we don't really know why a lot of those statues are missing their noses, but I don't know. Maybe someday we can sniff it out and see what we can find there. You'll hear more bad dad jokes coming up later today with Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. Speaking, of course, of local programming, coming up next, we do have What's Cooking Today. What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn will be on from 1 until 2 o'clock. What is he going to be talking with us today on today's show? He's going to be having Dr. Andrea Klein-Tilford. She's going to be explaining the dangerous reality of influenza in children and why parents should stay vigilant. Chef Marcel Salazar will also be sharing the expert holiday hosting tips to make your gathering stress-free and delicious. Finally, Nicole Lappin and Michelle Gill will breaking down spending trends surrounding the holiday season and how to make the most of your budget. So stay tuned for that. That's What's Cooking Today on CRN, playing on the stick here on AM 1410 WRMN. That will be at 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock. We also do have, of course, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends from 2 until 4. Always lots of laughs, good information, and even a little bit of a segue into a political talk show with our News Nation and AP News segment, where we talk about things happening in the world. Important information. A lot of times it's not good news, but it's good to keep informed, right? We've got a political talk show with Dennis Sonar Green from 4 until 6 o'clock. It is a Thursday today, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, followed by that from 6 to 8, we've got Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. A whole lot more coming up, too. We've also got for tomorrow, we have, of course, Fridays with the Finest with Chief Anna Lally. It is Friday tomorrow, right? Yes, it is. I have the Out to Lunch show for an hour. We have the Life Experiences with William Pellerinos. That's coming up tomorrow from 12 to 1. Dino's Night Out is from 2 to 4. A political talk show from 4 to 6. And Big Top Sports from 6 to 8. So good lineup of programming. You can find this and more on our website, WRMN1410.com. I'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, talking about the National Day calendar. We have our Tradio segment at 12:30 and more on what's happening in the Fox River Valley.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, You should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Cintas. An Elgin man has pleaded guilty to armed violence in connection with a 2021 double homicide. 35-year-old Joaquin Lopez Villagomez agreed to a 30-year prison sentence under a plea deal reached November 6. He had originally faced charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, home invasion, and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. Prosecutors say Lopez Villagomez and two masked men entered an apartment on North Jackson Street demanding money. When they couldn't break down a bedroom door, one fired through it, striking Francisco Reyes Hernandez and Ricardo Sanchez. A surviving victim later identified Lopez Villagomez, who had lived in the building. The other two suspects remain at large. In Aurora, two 18-year-old men are facing felony charges after a pair of early morning burglaries November 7th on South Eola Road. Police say officers responded to an activated alarm around 2:13 a.m. and discovered forced entry and a vehicle leaving the scene. A traffic stop linked the suspects, Andrew Gadalo and Brevin Coring, to the burglaries. Gadalo also faces a charge for criminal damage to property. Authorities did not release the names of the targeted businesses or the items taken. If your holiday lights are more dud than dazzling, Wheaton is offering a solution. Through January 30th, the city's holiday lights recycling program will accept broken or non-working LED and incandescent strands at the Public Works storage facility on West Liberty Drive. Lights must be loose, not bagged or boxed, and will be stripped and recycled locally by Elgin Recycling. Schools, businesses, and organizations can also participate with no limit on the number of strands accepted. The FDA is easing warnings on hormone-based drugs used to treat menopause symptoms. The agency says it will remove the bold box warning about stroke, heart attack, and dementia from more than 20 hormone therapies containing estrogen and progestin. Officials say new research shows fewer risks when treatment begins before age 60 or within 10 years of menopause. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears face the Vikings this Sunday. Chicago 6-3, Minnesota 4-5. The Bears and Lions are tied for the top spot in the NFC North. Chicago riding a 2-game winning streak. The Vikings at the bottom of the division. Chicago's 3-2 away from home this season. Men's hoops, number 14 Illinois beat number 11 Texas Tech 81-77 last night. The Illini improved to 3-0 and held on despite being outscored by 9 points in the second half. The Blackhawks are back home tonight hosting the Devils. 3 straight wins for the Blackhawks, who beat the Red Wings 5-1 in Detroit on Sunday. The Bulls and Pistons square off tonight in Detroit. The Pistons are 9-2 overall, 4-1 at home, while the Bulls just 1-3 on the road, but 6-4 overall. Josh Giddey averaging just over 21 points a game this season. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and...
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 55, temperatures falling to around 48 in the afternoon. This afternoon, mostly sunny with temperatures falling to around 48. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 37. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 62. Temperatures falling to around 56 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 47 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. It is the 12 o'clock hour. Yes, oh my goodness, we hope that you are enjoying your day so far today. Of course, what did Matt have for lunch? Well, I'm in the process of nibbling on it a little bit here. It's my per usual bologna sandwich. I know. What? Bologna sandwich, yes. It's just something simple and something that I like to eat, so that's what I'm having. Plenty of coffee as well, too. I'm energized today. Yes. We hope that you are also energized as well, too. Got a lot of good things to talk about here, and of course, we will be doing so in this 12 o'clock hour. Don't forget, we also do have our Tradio segment. Tradio's coming up at 12:30. If you are interested in buying, if you're interested in selling, announcing, trading, let us know. That's coming up at 12:30. You can call in at 847-931-1410 and reach out to us that way, or you can text us at 505-926-1410. Maybe you have a vehicle you're looking to sell and you want people who are watching on our YouTube side of things to physically see what it is. Take some pictures, maybe even do a roundabout video. We can share it on the screen, and we can, if you want us to, we can share it audio too. But, if maybe you're describing something to us. But with that being said, please feel free to do so. That's the opportunity to do it. It's at 12:30 is when we start that. 12:30 is when we go into our bottom of the hour news, messages from our sponsors. We do start at 12:35, get the music playing, and then we go into our Tradio segment. Now, also, too, don't hesitate to call in, even when I'm talking about some things here after I announce the previous Tradio callers. So usually towards the tail end of Out to Lunch, I bring up exploreelginaria.com, what's happening in Elgin, maybe some of the local libraries, the business chamber websites, and I talk about things that are happening. Don't hesitate to call in when I'm talking about those things too during the tail end of the show, because I will still take those calls for Tradio as well. So please feel free to do that. That does start at 12:30. That's coming up in just a little bit. Let me run through the weather again for you as well. We just have posted now Out to Lunch, Rouse Center's Cripple Creek Christmas Carol. So if you want to watch that video, you'll be able to find it on our YouTube channel, youtube.com at WRMN Radio. For those of you who are just tuning in, welcome to Out to Lunch. We like to talk about food and restaurants, arts and entertainment, and local happenings in the community. Not just talk about where I bring up websites, but actually have guests in the station with us or calling in, whether it's calling through the phone lines, calling in through our Zoom, or also being here physically in station. Now, if you want to have an interview, I recommend coming into the station because you get to see and experience all of the senses of being physically here at Studio 14 in beautiful downtown Elgin, where it's, of course, a hustle and bustle of all great local businesses and organizations that are open for breakfast, lunch, dinner, services that are out there too. So come stop by. We are out here at this big, beautiful wide window right in front of us, and we do have our floor elevated here, so you'll be able to see us. We can wave to you, and you can wave to us. So please feel free to do that. We're here. You'll be able to see us. And it's, again, a beautiful sunny day outside to get outside and enjoy this day today. With that being said, let's see what we have for the day today. We have a high of about 54 degrees for today, a mix of clouds and some sun. Current temperatures in operation right now are at 51 degrees, so we're almost at our high. Low of 37 is in the forecast for tonight. For tomorrow on Friday, it's already Friday tomorrow. We see here a high of 65. Temperatures do start to go up a little bit more. We see a low of about 54 degrees. So actually, the high for today is going to be the low for tomorrow. Isn't that something? The way that lines up. And you know what? We live in Illinois. That's what I just say. Is we live in Illinois, so that's what it is. But yes, partly cloudy skies during the evening, followed by cloudier skies overnight. Heading on into Saturday for the weekend, we do see cloudy skies early, becoming partly cloudy later in the day. That slight chance of a rain shower will be accumulating at about 15 to 20% chance. Now we see a mostly clear sky in the forecast for Saturday night with a low of 31 degrees. Continuing on into Sunday, we see those temperatures bump down to a high of only 48. Sunny skies, though. Clear skies for Sunday night. Low of 28 degrees. Monday the 17th, we do see here 46 is our high with a 30% chance of rain coming through later at night with a low of 37. With that low being 37, that could be a little bit more of the chillier rain. Heading on into Tuesday morning, we see a high of 45. So with that rainfall coming up overnight for Monday, that could turn into a little bit of some frost. So just make sure if you are going to work, you give yourself plenty of time to make sure to scrape off those windows just in case. And that also applies especially when we do see some more of the heavier snow. Low of 32, considerable cloudiness for Tuesday night. Wednesday the 19th, we see cloudy and a high of 44 with a low of 36, chance of rain at 50%. And that new moon is going to be in the sky as well. And then finally for Thursday, a week from today, the 20th, overcast with rain showers at times, high of 44 degrees, chance of rain ranging from 60 to 70% throughout the whole day. Low of 36 is predicted with showers. That's for Thursday night. Check out more information on the local weather channel's website, weather.com. You can go to AccuWeather, pardon me, or of course any of the other weather forecast programs that happen to be on your phone, devices, tablets, or on your computer too. Let's see what we have here for the National Day calendar. It's the 12 o'clock hour, and I still have yet to talk about it. It is National Indian Pudding Day today. Now, I've never had Indian pudding before. I still have yet to try it out. Each year, it serves up a traditional New England dessert that's sure to wow. In the 17th century, English colonists brought hasty puddings to North America, transforming it. Although they initially made the pudding with wheat, due to a shortage of grain, the colonists eventually used cornmeal. Now, since these colonists had learned to cultivate maize, corn, from the indigenous peoples, the crop was readily available. The colonists derived the name for Indian pudding from their name of cornmeal, Indian meal. Continues on to say here on National Day calendar, they are also replaced water with milk. To add a little bit more flavor there, the cooks added some syrup to it, either molasses or maple syrup. Other ingredients they might have added included cinnamon, ground ginger, butter, eggs, raisins, and also nuts. Then they slowly bake the Indian pudding for several hours. Baking transforms the pudding's texture from the original porridge-like quality of hasty pudding to a little bit more of a smoother consistency, which is more typical of custard. So, of course, how to observe Indian Pudding Day? Well, Indian pudding may take a long time to cook. I think it might be worth the wait if you want to give it a try. Try something new. Try making some Indian pudding. There's a slow cooker Indian pudding recipe that you can find on National Day calendar and nationaltoday.com. That's the only one that really comes up on the National Day calendar. National Today usually does go into more detail on some other things. National Dream Destination Day is recognized today. It's an appreciation founded by Meg von Hartmann, the owner of luxury travel company as well, Traveler Ooh La La. This day is dedicated to inspire individuals to plan and embark on the travel adventures of their dreams. Now, of course, there is a great place that you can do that at, and that's Cruises International. Cruises International is located in Hoffman Estates. They offer advice, guidance, peace of mind, and unique experiences since 1978. If you want to speak to a cruise and vacation expert today in honor of National Dream Destination Day, check it out on their website, cruisesinternational.com, or call 1-800-ALL-SHIPS. Every first Tuesday of the month, we have Travel Tuesdays with Cruises International. President Shauna White comes in and talks with us about some of those really fantastic dream destinations that you can go to. So you don't want to miss out on those. Of course, those shows are always posted onto YouTube the day of. And of course, give them a call today on National Dream Destination Day. The time is approaching here, 12:17. We'll take another quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
America's First Responders Fest began as a simple idea to honor the heroes who serve our community every day. Thanks to the incredible support of the Village of Hampshire, especially Village President Mike Reed, Village Manager Jay Hedges, and Karen Stuhler. This year, that idea came to life. From local residents to small businesses, Hampshire opened its heart to America's First Responders Fest. The support was overwhelming. A true celebration of unity, gratitude, and community pride.
The Live Like Rue Foundation is a 501c3 charitable organization that assists owners and their pets through a cancer diagnosis by providing financial and emotional support. In memory of a dog named Rue, the foundation helps local shelters and rescuers by sponsoring animals with cancer who do not yet have a forever home. Live Like Rue is a beacon of light during a dark time. For support for your pet or to donate or volunteer, please go to livelikeRue.org. Again, livelikeRue.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs is probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. Thank you, of course, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us as always. We hope that you're enjoying your afternoon because it is now the afternoon time here. So let's talk a little bit here on what's happening in the Fox River Valley area. We always like to keep you in tune there, so that's what we are going to be doing. Before we do that, though, we still have a couple more days to talk about on the National Day calendar. We talked about National Dream Destination Day. It is also National Indian Pudding Day. It's also Sadie Hawkins Day. Now, you remember when you were, in high school, and you might be familiar with the premise of this day today. Boomers, Gen Xers, and young generations are likely familiar with this. It's a day for a bit of a gender role reverse. And we acknowledge the antiquity of, quote, traditional roles, where women become the pursuers of their crushes and ask the men out on the dates or for a dance. So that is something that is recognized today, right? So a little bit of history here on the Sadie Hawkins Day timeline. Back in 1909, a star was born, Alfred Gerald Kaplan, who would later adopt the pen name Al Cap, was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and he was the first kind of founder of this day. The first Little Abner comic strip is published in the Daily American Canadian back in 1934. The original Sadie Hawkins comic strips were printed in 1937. Al Cap did this, and he did not intend for his plot device on this to gain so much social momentum, but after he revisited the storyline in November of 1938, American college students started to honor the idea of gender role reversal by holding Sadie Hawkins dances and other events. So if you want to read a little bit more history on that, you can find it posted on the nationaltodaycalendar.com's website. Let's see. Pardon me. Some other days that are recognized today. World Quality Day. It's International World Quality Day. It's observed every year on the second Thursday in November. The purpose of this day is to raise quality awareness and provide support to individuals and organizations for the achievement of economic prosperity and the adoption of high-quality standards. In 2008, the first World Quality Day took place in London, UK. Every year, the theme of World Quality Day is decided by the Chartered Quality Institute, also known as the CQI. Some of the previous themes include sustainability, improving our products, people and planet, and creating customer value. So that is a day recognized today. You check out the quality movement. The actual funding of the CQI was founded in 1919. The Queen grants the CQI Royal Charter back in 2006, and it is inaugurated in 2008. That was a conference that happened back in 2008. So that is a day recognized today. Another day recognized is World Usability Day, International World Usability Day. This was founded in 2005 by the Usability Professional Association. This year, it takes place November 13th. It promotes the values of usability, usability engineering, user-centered design, universal usability, and every user's obligation to demand better things. So that's a day recognized also today on the National Today calendar. You can also check out some other different days, different special events. You can check out different celebrity birthdays and more. That's on the National Today calendar. Let's take a look here and see what is happening locally at these different libraries. Libraries are a great resource to check out different exhibits, those who love books, movies, CDs, audio files, different things to listen to watch, to read, to experience. And so this is gailborden.info. You can go to their website. So Gail Borden is right here in Elgin. They also do have the Raco branch and the South Elgin branch. But it's a great way, of course, to check out information. They have passport services as well. So the Gail Borden Public Library is joined with the U.S. Department of State to provide passport services. It's an official passport acceptance facility, accepting DS-11 applications on the second floor of the main library. Please make sure you allow enough time for the U.S. Department of State to process your passport application before you're scheduled to travel. So they do offer that availability at the library. And so I'm going to have to take a picture of that because mine will expire in June of next year. So if I'm going to be traveling somewhere, I'm going to make sure to have that or get a real ID. I need to get that too. Yeah, I use my passport to travel. I almost thought I lost it actually before going on the trip, but I found it. There's also room reservations that you can discover here at the Gail Borden Public Library. Other libraries, of course, also do offer that too. Let's see what's going on here with the Gail Borden Public Library on their Facebook page. They like to do some different postings on there and see what's happening. Their timeline picture is, of course, the dinosaur exhibit, still going on strong until January 4th. They have some different postings on here. You can check it out for more information. They did a recent posting, a very happy 80th birthday to Frank Marquis. Frank's family surprised him with a bookshelf dedication at their newly renovated South Elgin branch. Very nice. You can also check out some other things, different events that did happen, essential programs designed for many folks out there. They have a new kid space. They're going to be receiving a major transformation. They're going to be launching the final phase of Kid Space Reimagined renovations. Families have expressed how much they love the new nature-themed space of their youngest learners, completed earlier this year. Beginning November 17th, some parts of Kid Space will temporarily be closed for some more construction. But they redid that space. I remember when it used to look different when I went there when I was younger in that kid space area, and they've definitely amplified it more, which is fantastic. So you can check this out and more posted on their Facebook page. That's Gail Borden Public Library. The Fox River Valley Public Library District in East Dundee has some really great things to enjoy. Some of their favorite things about the Dundee Library include a list of some fun things. Number one is library obsessions that you can enjoy, including crafts. Of course, crafts are always great to enjoy. Cozy spots to read at many different local libraries, including the Fox River Valley Public Library District. That includes the Dundee Library and the Randall Oaks Library. Foxes. Yes, Dundee Library and Randall Oaks Library have the theme of foxes. You know why? Because it's Fox River Valley. So there you go. Challenge books. These challenge books are really good too. This is books that would usually be censored right in schools where you can actually be able to read them. You can find them at these libraries. Censored books, those challenge books, they challenge the norm, they challenge authority, and they talk a lot about stories and representation and speaking out. And so those books are also available there too. Old book smells. Yes, you can enjoy some of those old books as well. Checking out, of course. They've got some different things also. They have a backyard. They have some great ways to help people. So you can check out all of that as well. Some other things also that you can find here. Geneva Public Library District on South 7th Street has some fun things. Not too long ago, we did have an interview with the Markland organization, and they had a very fun visit to the Geneva Public Library just not too long ago. Geneva Public Library District posted yesterday, quote, "We loved having the Markland residents visit the library. Their creativity and enthusiasm made the day so special. We can't wait to see them and their beautiful tote bags that they created back at the library soon." So very nice. You can also find some other different libraries. Algonquin Public Library has some fun things that you can enjoy. The Friends of the Algonquin Library, they had a dine and share event at Culver's and Lake in the Hills. Sounds like a lot of fun as well. They have some different books that you can explore, different events that are coming up. So there's a lot of, my goodness, lots of good things to check out there. Those dogs are just so cute. Oh my goodness. Ella Johnson Memorial Public Library District is also a really great one. They have their after hours holiday bingo coming up soon too. That's Friday, December 12th at 6. So you can register now for that. You can also enjoy their monthly Spice Club. Spice things up a little bit with the November monthly Spice Club. It's coming up very soon. If you register November 14th at 9 a.m., you can get in tomorrow to register for that for December's Spice Club. And the spice of the month is Baharat. I've never heard of it before, but it sounds pretty spicy. Coming up next, we do have our Tradio segment, followed by, of course, what else is happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned for this and more on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
This update brought to you by Rain X. In Aurora, 2 18-year-old men are facing felony charges after a pair of early morning burglaries November 7th on South Eola Road. Police say officers responded to an activated alarm around 2:13 a.m. and discovered forced entry and a vehicle leaving the scene. A traffic stop linked the suspects Andrew Gadalo and Brevin Coring to the burglaries. Gadalo also faces a charge for criminal damage to property. Authorities did not release the names of the targeted businesses or the items taken. If your holiday lights are more dud than dazzling, Wheaton is offering a solution. Through January 30th, the city's Holiday Lights recycling program will accept broken or non-working LED and incandescent strands at the Public Works storage facility on West Liberty Drive. Lights must be loose, not bagged or boxed, and will be stripped and recycled locally by Elgin Recycling. Schools, businesses, and organizations can also participate with no limit on the number of strands accepted. The FDA is easing warnings on hormone-based drugs used to treat menopause symptoms. The agency says it will remove the bold box warning about stroke, heart attack, and dementia from more than 20 hormone therapies containing estrogen and progestin. Officials say new research shows fewer risks when treatment begins before age 60 or within 10 years of menopause. An Elgin man has pleaded guilty to armed violence in connection with a 2021 double homicide. 35-year-old Joaquin Lopez Villagomez agreed to a 30-year prison sentence under a plea deal reached November 6. He had originally faced charges including first-degree murder, attempted murder, home invasion, and unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. Prosecutors say Lopez Villagomez and two masked men entered an apartment on North Jackson Street demanding money. When they couldn't break down a bedroom door, one fired through it, striking Francisco Reyes Hernandez and Ricardo Sanchez. A surviving victim later identified Lopez Villagomez, who had lived in the building. The other two suspects remain at large.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O Shows,
where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 55, with temperatures falling to around 48. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 37. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 62, with temperatures falling to around 56 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 49 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. It is the 12:30 segment, which means we are in our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, stay tuned, of course, here. Give us a call at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. We hope you're enjoying the day so far. You can also text us at 505-926-1410. If you have something that's got to go, post it here on Tradio. Let us know. We've got some good Tradio callers that have recently called in within the past couple of weeks. I say a very good hello to Brendan, who's tuning in today. Thank you, Brendan, of course, for tuning in, sending hearts into the chat your way on YouTube. Let's see what we have here for Tradio callers. We have Jeff. He's looking for those trains. If anyone's interested in those trains, he's looking for them, preferably cars, but any train memorabilia will do. That's 630-251-2956. Again, 630-251-2956 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here is an RV fridge for sale. It's a model 2554 LB. It's 110 volts, LP gas, AC DC, and it'll take $400 for it. Also has a set of tires. They are 245 by 60 by 18, and they are run flat tires. He'll take $200 for the set of 4 of those. Please feel free to reach out to him. He's located in McHenry, and that number to dial is 815-245-0670. That's 815-245-0670. Another Tradio caller here. Greg is looking for those bicycles. It's the late 1800s to the 1970s or so. They can be parts, pieces, and or accessories. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, and also diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer, so he will pay a fair price for those too. He also has a Schwinn ergometric exercise bicycle. It's from the 1970s, and it's in great shape for $50. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. They're old toy cars from the 50s and 60s, and little tiny gas engines in them. Some were made by the Cox Corporation, so anything like that he's really interested in. He's also looking for old racing go-karts. He has that Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker that's ivory in color, coming with the 3 cups there too for $500. He's also selling Lionel Pioneer Zephyr for 4. It's like the ones you see at the Museum of Science and Industry. It's about 4 feet long and it's in really good condition. So please feel free to reach out. That's 847-884-6033. That's 847-884-6033. Another Tradio caller here is looking for some camping gear. If you want to reach out, that number to dial is 630-776-1427. 630-776-1427 is that number to reach out to if you happen to have any extra camping gear you're not using. Another Tradio caller is looking for an older car or truck from the 60s or 70s. It can be a 2-door car or truck with the standard cab, and they'll take any of those, of course, too. If anyone has anything, please feel free to reach out. Ask to speak to Paul, and that number to dial is 847-531-6383. That's 847-531-6383 is that number to dial. And then another Tradio caller here is an antique design cutout secretary cabinet. It's in very good condition. The asking price on this is $200. Also has a wood table with 2 drawers. It's 4 feet by 2.5 feet in length. $40 is the asking price on this. If anyone is interested, you can reach out at 224-291-3381. That's 224-291-3381 is that number to dial. So those are the Tradio callers that have called in within the past couple of weeks or so. If you want to add yourself to the list, that number to dial here is the Studio 14 number at 847-931-1410. Or, of course, you can also text us at 505-926-1410. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any information and you want to send any information to us, too. We would love to, of course, for you to do that. Let's see what else we have here coming up in the future. Now, of course, we had some really great interviews this whole week. Coming up tomorrow, we have Fridays with the Finest. That is from 9 to 9:30. We've got, of course, here also Steve Thorne's show will be on here. That's the Community Spotlight Show with Steve Thorne. That is from 9:30 until 10 o'clock. And then from 10 to 11, it's Music Memories. These are great ways to listen to those musical artists and remember what they performed, some of the really top-notch music and songs that were during the specific time period. So a lot of them you might remember, a lot of them you might have not heard of, like myself. But I learn a lot from, of course, this experience of listening to the songs, listening to some of the history of it too. Steve Thorne's always on top of it, making sure that you know exactly the history behind the songs and behind the people. So it's a really great show to listen to. If you've never before, I recommend doing so. That's every Friday. That's from 9:30 to 10 for the Community Spotlight Show. And then Music Memories from 10 until 11 o'clock. So that's also coming up here as well too. Also wanted to let you know, coming up on Tuesday the 18th, we have Sherry's show. Now, Sherry has actually left the city of Elgin after the many years working, so we are going to continue to have the show. It's going to be rebranded, though. So that's all I'm going to say about that as of right now. So with that being said, we'll get that into the works, but we'll be doing Sherry's show that will be coming up on Tuesday the 18th. She's going to be having a guest come in, so definitely stay tuned for that. That'll be in the works. But she's going to continue here on WRMN. So that will be coming up. That will be next Tuesday. So again, that's next Tuesday. If you want to stay tuned for that, that'll be coming up. It's going to be resources and information for seniors. And she's going to be having Steve Burness on, President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau, discussing the latest scams targeting seniors, AI scams, funeral scams, and a whole lot more, too. And, of course, we'll still do that Elgin trivia question as well. You can, of course, get yourself possibly a gift. So that'll be coming up. That will be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is when that is. The time is approaching 12:44 already here. We want to send you some reminders that, of course, you can check us out on our Facebook page. If you go to WRMN on Facebook, you can view all of the different postings that we have. We have a lot of good content that's out there, too, on our YouTube channel. So please feel free to check that out. We had Kat Smith on of the Kishwaukee Museum. And she came on the air during the 9 o'clock hour, and she talked about some planning options. So if you want to plan your weekend with Kat, you can find some fun things to do. Recently posted by our very own Susie C. of The Morning Show about an hour ago onto our Facebook page. You can find a list of all the fun things that you can do. Plan your weekend with Kat. There's some fun, fantastic events that are coming up here, and you don't want to miss out on these really great opportunity. Chicago Harry Potter Forbidden Forest. My boyfriend went there not too long ago with a friend, so he said he really enjoyed that a lot. So definitely good to recommend. I saw some pictures and videos of that too. It was really cool. Got some other postings here as well. Of course, you can find some information. Here's the Susie Q of the day today. What was or is your favorite TV theme song? TV theme song. Okay, well, for me growing up, it was Full House. I always enjoyed the song Full House. I like that one. What's another one that has a good show? I don't know. I mean, growing up, it was Full House. I always liked that one. There was a show that I watched on Netflix. It was a couple years ago, and it was a very limited series. It was just one season, and I think it was like 10 episodes. It was made in like 2019. And they had a really, really beautiful soundtrack, just very mesmerizing soundtrack that sounded very beautiful, but almost gothic in a way. And I can't remember what the show was called, but it was a really, really good story. I won't spoil it because if I even say the premise, it'll be spoiled. But it was a really good show that I watched. It was kind of a mystery show. You were trying to figure out something about this particular person, and this particular person that this other person, the main character, was finding ended up being that person. They were looking for themselves. They didn't realize it was themselves that they were looking for. It was a missing person story. It was not a real story. It was a fake one, but it was a missing person story that they had, a fake one. And a very fascinating show. Creepy elements to it, but interesting that this person was looking for this person and it turned out to be them. It was a abduction story. It was very fascinating. I can't remember what it was called. I have the intro song on my favorites list on YouTube. But anyway, it was a good show. I should probably rewatch that. It was good. The time is 12:46. We got to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch WRMN. Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
There's a in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Severe from Vicks.
Sinex Severe nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Severe instantly relieves nasal congestion and works 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Kick off your weekend with a little flair. It's Dino's Night Out, every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM. Dino brings you the best of the Fox Valley's entertainment scene. Live music, local artists, street festivals, great eats, and the personalities behind them. If it's happening, Dino's talking about it. And bringing the spotlight is none other than the legendary Arcada Theater, located at 105 East Main Street in St. Charles. Catch dinner, drinks, and a show, all under one historic roof. So whether you're making plans or just love to know what's hot, make it a date with Dino's Night Out, Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. on WRMN 1410 AM, or stream it live at WRMN1410.com. Dino's Night Out, powered by the Arcada Theater, where Fox Valley comes to play.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. I did find the show that I was talking about, and I was going to play it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm so dumb. I already told you, I'm not going to say it because I kind of did spoil it. I didn't realize that I did, but when my very brief description without trying to spoil it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I just kind of spoiled it. So I'm not going to say what the show is, but it was a good show. It was a very good show, and the title sequence was really pretty. And so the song is it, but I won't say what it is. I don't want to spoil it. I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil. I'm not going to say the name of the show, but it's a good one. It was just one season. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I'm thinking of rewatching it again. Let's see what we've got here for the remainder of the time. Oh my goodness, we've got some fun things here. We have different things that are coming up locally in the Fox River Valley area that we want to keep up to date with you, the listeners out there. So we have a holiday ladies' night out coming up today. This is at Second Chances on South Main Street in Bartlett. That's coming up today at 4 p.m. until 8. Sip while you shop in their quaint boutique showroom in the downtown Bartlett area. The shop is filled with holiday decor, fashion, and gifts. Plus, sample out some gourmet jellies, spreads, and dips, and stock up on your holiday festivity amenities, right? You can even stock up for your holiday parties, too. So that's coming up tonight. That's at the lower level at the Main Street Plaza. That's at 336 South Main Street. So that's coming up tonight. Now, of course, you do know about this. You already know about this. This is the Dinosaur Explorer exhibit. This is at Gale Warden Public Library, still going on until January 4th. They do have an event tonight. This is called Behind Dinosaur Explorer. This is the Ice Dinosaurs program at Gale Warden Public Library. This is Behind the Dinosaur Explorer with Professor Greg Erickson. Ice Dinosaurs program at Gail Borden will be tonight from 6 until 7:30. You can join Professor Gregory M. Erickson for exciting and an interactive talk about these dinosaurs. Explore the team's groundbreaking discovery of a lost world of polar dinosaurs from Alaska's Paleoarctic. Learn about nearly all new species of dinosaurs that once thrived in icy conditions. So you can learn quite a bit about that too. And that's tonight, 6 till 7:30. You can also see real fossils up close, ask questions, and even win fun giveaways. Discover how dinosaurs weren't just tropical creatures. They also ruled in the frozen prehistoric tundra. Eastside Cafe right in East Dundee has their Thursday night game night that you can enjoy. I do like the little character here that they have posted on the screen. It's a little gnome with a cute little striped hat and a nice little glass of wine and some aces. So that's Thursday game night, trivia night. Always a lot of fun to check out too. What else is coming up? Side Street Studio Arts has their Memoriam Development second Thursday improv show known as Short Stuff. It's an improv show tonight. That's at 7 p.m. if you want to enjoy it. Tickets are just $10. Check out more information on their website, Facebook page, or other social media platforms. That's Side Street Studio Arts right around the corner at 15 Ziegler Court in Elgin. And if you get there before 7 o'clock, you have some time to get some Blue Box dinner for yourself if you'd like. I do believe they're open until that time. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to double check. They might close at 4 o'clock, actually. Let me double check. Yeah, they close at 4. That still gives you time. I mean, you can get like a little bit of a lunch time, maybe afternoon before they close at 4. Walk around the park a little bit and then check them out. Survey Slam Thursdays will be tonight at the Elgin Public House. A new twist on that pub trivia. Instead of just knowing the right answers, it's all about guessing the most popular ones. Play with your team, answer fun survey questions, and see if you can match the crowd. You can check the organization's website and social media pages for all of those updates. Emmanuel Lutheran School in East Dundee is presenting Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer performance. This is coming up Friday tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Come see Emmanuel Lutheran School's presentation of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and that's at 6:30 p.m. And it's also November 15th on Saturday at 2 p.m. This is $10 at the door. You can check the website for more information. It's at the ILS Gym, and it's the high school and older, $10 at the door. Children grade 8 and under get in for free for this performance. Lots of other really great things coming up here. Rookies Rock House tomorrow has Dancing Queen and ABBA tribute, and that's going to be a good one, of course, to listen to. All of those really great songs. Elgin Community College Art Center has Thornton Wilder's Our Town. I was in that performance at my school. That was actually the last performance I did in high school. It's at the Elgin Community College Art Center. It is the prize-winning classic Our Town, inviting you to reflect on life's fleeting moments, the bonds of community, and the universal rhythms of birth, love, and loss. With minimal staging and timeless storytelling, this poignant play reminds us to cherish of every moment that we have. That was something fun. I enjoyed doing that play out Our Town. It was unique in the fact that we didn't have a lot of sets. So we had to pretend to eat, we had to pretend to cook, we had to pretend to open the door. And I remember that our director of the show, shout out to you, Anna Stroud, who is also a teacher. I think we had little spots that were placed on the stage so we knew where to go and all of that. And it was a fun performance. It was a relaxed performance. It was a very limited cast. So I remember it was a pretty easygoing show. I know a lot of times when you're in theater, sometimes things can be a little bit more stressed and hectic. This one I remember, because it was a smaller cast and it was all of the older kids, that it was a good laid back show and we had a good time. And so I remember that very well. Our Town, they did that performance. There's probably some pictures online, actually. There might be, because Because sometimes they have like newspaper articles from like old. They have like old newspaper articles. Yeah, see, they do have it on the Daily Herald. Oh yeah, they have a yeah, they have a picture of me and Ryan in it. I'll show it on the screen. It's an old Daily Herald article. Let me see if I can find the picture. Can I copy the picture? Yes, I can copy the picture. Gosh, it's been almost 10 years. That's crazy, yeah. So here's the picture. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm in the back there. I had very white makeup on. Like, it was very white makeup. That was fun. Oh my goodness, the days of high school. See, it's such a small cast. We had such a small school. Oh my goodness, those were the days. I love theater. It was so great. With that being said, this does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We've got What's Cooking Today up next. Talk Time with Tammy and Friends from 2 to 4. A political talk show from 4 to 6. And from 6 to 8, Big Top Sports. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend.